Hey guys, it's Taylor Fabus from Michigan State University Extension here at the MSU Horse Teaching and Research Center. We're going to talk about some of the features of our stalls, more specifically some of the footing that we have in our stalls. So you'll notice here that we do have rubber mats down in our stalls covered by bedding. This type of mat was the original mats that we put in here when this barn was built, and it is actually a blend of a rubber and a plastic mat. We really liked it. We liked the holes that allowed for some drainage, but we discovered that after horses walked on this, that actually some of the rubber rubbed off, and now it's become a very slick surface. So we have to bed this stall more heavily. So that's not necessarily ideal. Another trouble that we had with this type of stall mat is that it did allow for heaving of the stall mats. You'll notice that there's kind of a ridge here, and that's because some dirt and shavings were able to work themselves underneath the mat, and it's no longer a smooth, continuous surface. So we've worked to get this type of matting out of the stalls, and we've moved to another type that I'll show you in just a sec. Here's the other type of footing that we have in our stalls. Now this is a pure rubber mat. So it's not slippery like the rubber plastic blend, so that's really nice and allows us to save some money on bedding that way. It doesn't have to be bedded as heavily. Another thing about this, what we were very, very careful about when we put down these mats is that they were level. So you really have to take care of the ground underneath the matting to make sure that your mats have longevity. We had the interlocking edges in these mats so that they will stay together. You can choose the mats that have the interlocking edges, which encourages them to stay together and not heave up like the other mats did. Something that you need to be very careful of and that we spend a great deal of time on here is making sure that these mats go all the way to the edges and the corners of the stalls so that they will stay flat and stay where we put them right from the beginning. We've had a lot of success with this rubber flat mat. We've had a lot of success with this type of rubber mat. Although it doesn't allow for as much drainage as the one that had the holes, we prefer that it's this pure rubber, it's not slippery, and it's really gone up to the corners, stayed nice and flat for us. So hopefully this information will be helpful if you're putting in some new stalls or new footing in your stalls, and this will help you save not only the flooring but also the bedding and keep your stalls nice and level for your horses.